It's that time of year again, where if you live in a winter state like myself, the air outside hurts your face, freezes your fingers and toes, and leaves you feeling trapped inside for personal safety and comfort. A time where nobody is out doing anything anywhere except the few psychopaths who enjoy playing in the snow. If you're anything like me, you aren't one of them, but sitting inside all season can take its toll on you relatively quick. So I've compiled a list of 10 PSVR games to help you beat cabin fever, so you don't turn into an axe-wielding maniac and decide to hack your housemates to death, or cause harm to yourself and others due to the ice-cold seclusion. Up first, we have Perfect, a relaxing experience in VR, which takes you to 3 gorgeous locations, each with day and night variations, for you to just unwind in. The tropical beach setting, with its white sand beaches and crystal clear waters, is an easy escape from the freezing cold reality waiting for you outside. You can almost feel that shining warm sun right on your skin. Each area has very limited interactions, such as throwing sticks and skipping rocks. Don't expect to have much of anything to do here. It's basically a visual escape, but manages to immerse you rather well. And as previously mentioned, each area has a day and night variation where you can just relax, listen to the sound of the water and wind, stargaze, and even see some shooting stars if you're lucky. The attention to detail in each area is noticeably, not only visually, but in the sound design, as the wind, chirping birds and insects, wildlife lapping water, and other sounds play into the soundscape. And if you manage to hang around each area long enough, you'll see a few extra included visual treats as they play out, such as a hot air balloon ride. You can even see the northern lights, which to me personally was the sole selling point here, as I've never been able to see them in person and probably won't ever get to. But this is close enough for me to be content. I just get mesmerized watching the natural light show bend and wave, taking shape and changing colors right before my eyes, as howling wolves in the background add to the realism. You can also throw some snowballs to help pass the time. Overall, Perfect is just that, if all you're looking for is a visual and audio escape. If you go in expecting anything more like any actual gameplay or story missions and dialogue, your expectations will be met with extreme disappointment. But for a relaxing escape, it is indeed perfect. Next up, we have Pierhead Arcade by Arcyet. Your childhood fantasy of having an entire Dave & Buster's all to yourself made into a reality. Well, virtually, that is. There's quite a lot here to keep one entertained. A sprawling warehouse packed with interactive games for you to play. Like this claw machine, featuring pretty realistic physics, as in expect to lose a lot. I won this bear after only my 12th attempt, so not too bad, I guess. Look at that. Magnificent. Okay, enough playing with my toys, I guess. Next, we'll check out a full 2-lane bowling alley that I absolutely sucked at playing, just like in real life. But perhaps playing this could improve my bowling skills. I mean, it's possible, right? However, it does feel a bit empty without any competition. Moving on, you can also shoot hoops. And do a little boxing, which is pretty fun. and play whatever this shit is that I totally dominated. So I like it. Whatever the fuck it is. There's also a Western-themed zombie shooting gallery that I enjoy because guns are always fun. And of course you'll find some classics like Skee-Ball, a game that I've always loved and have always completely fucking sucked at. And with each game you play, you'll win yourself some tickets. A quick game of a dinosaur-themed variant of Whack-A-Mole to test the old reflexes. Just don't hit the cavemen. And my absolute personal favorite game is this here, called Arctic Shuffle, where you get a cute little penguin puck and attempt to slide them as you get 5 as close to the edge without going over for the highest score. The physics here are spot on, so if you lose, it was definitely your fault. And there's even a carnival-like duck shooting gallery, where you use revolvers to shoot anything that moves. And when you're all done playing, take a trip to the prize station where you can redeem your tickets for cool prizes.
Waiting for you. It's your round.
Up next, Sports Bar VR Hangout by Cherry Pop Games. Now, out of everything on this list so far, this is the one that felt the most like actually going out and socializing with people in an atmosphere that felt believable. You could do many things like play darts or perhaps a game of chess. For those lacking any intellectual prowess, maybe a game of checkers would better suit you. You can even play pool, which I usually am not very good at, but I sure beat this opponent's ass. Oh yeah. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And that's how it's done. There's also a few things that you can do just to screw around, like this shit. Or you can enjoy beer. Or smash it into a wall. And create a giant fucking mess. Up to you. Next, I decided to finger bang some chick because, yes, I'm immature as fuck. Oh, look, Skee-Ball. Sweet. Okay, that was fun. But then I saw these balloon animals and I knew they just had to fucking die. Next up, I played a little air hockey, and it was some of the most realistic air hockey that I've ever played in any game. I mean, the physics are spot on here. This game went on for quite a long time, but you guys get the point. But at this point, it was getting a little late, so I picked up a couple girls, gave them each a kiss goodnight, mwah, mwah, and told their dudes to take off.
Everybody's Golf VR.
Everybody's Golf VR by Sony Interactive, because a game of golf can do a lot for one's mental health.
Welcome.
You'll be able to choose from 3 different courses, each being absolutely beautiful, and your eye candy caddy isn't too bad herself.
Are you all ready to get going? Right, let's get going then.
Woohoo! Each course just looks stunning, from beautiful beaches or tropical forests. Everybody's Golf really provides a visual escape that's genuinely fun. You can practice your swing as much as you need. Blue indicates that you hit the ball, brown means you're shit. Just kidding, it means you missed the ball.
Nice shot.
And there is no better feeling than sinking a long drive putt into the hole.
This is par 5.
And if you're like me at all, you'll really appreciate those moments you get to go all Happy Gilmore on your swing.
Left, right dog leg, okay? Good work.
There's also a dinosaur course, which is cool. Yeah, no pressure here at all.
Concentrate. Nice birdie. Lovely.
Everybody's Golf takes a game that to many is just boring as fuck and utterly pointless, and transforms it into a genuinely great time of fun and enjoyment. With unique courses, stunning graphics, and precise physics that manages to make it feel not only rewarding, but exciting.
Chance for a birdie. Nice birdie. Okay.
And if that isn't enough to get you playing, there's also a fully realized driving range to practice on. Everybody's Golf VR is an appreciated escape with a fun purpose.
I hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.
It's great to see you. Let's give it a whirl.
Carnival Games VR by developer Cat Daddy, published by 2K Games.
And pick an alley to explore.
In Carnival Games, you can select one of 6 different locations, each offering a unique selection of different themed carnival games. So let's check out Cowpoke Corral, the Western themed location first. Here you'll be able to do things like knock down the bottles. There's also a shooting range. Oh, look, skee ball. Okay, so maybe not the first skee ball game you've seen yet, but definitely one of the more unique variations I've seen. It's a lot of fun, even if you suck at it like I do. Knocking down the bottles is always fun watching things tumble, and the physics here react as they should. And the shooting gallery was a total blast, pun intended. There's also a playroom within each location where you can basically screw around with physics, but unless that's really your thing, it can become boring rather quickly if I'm being honest. The games throughout are plentiful, and all fit within the carnival expectations. Combined with the music, the crowd noises, and the 3D sound design, it all makes for a really excellent time spent in VR, where the only thing that feels like it's missing are the funnel cakes and cotton candy. With such a wide variety of things to do and play, it's hard to complain about the cost of entry, that being about $20 US, where a real-life carnival would cost you easily 5 times that amount between just playing games and the gate fees. Trust me, I have kids. It cost me $200 just taking me and Princess Tegan to the carnival last year. You'll also be able to redeem your won tickets for prizes and even unlocking new attractions like the Sports Center and Haunted House. But if you know me, you already know what prize I'm about to buy. Hell yeah, that Pimpmobile is calling my name. Now speaking of the Haunted House, pow! It's also a non-stationary shooting gallery with space blasters. I mean, how cool is that shit? There are also a few games that are brand new and entirely created just for carnival games that are also really fun. Because again, guns are always fun. So if you're feeling a little depressed and alone over the winter, maybe to just be out doing something fun with the feeling of being around other people could be the cure. And if so, Carnival Games has you covered. Speaking of depression, up next is a fairly important title for those who are suffering with anxiety and depression. This is Ghost Giant, featuring several uniquely crafted diorama-like levels with a relatable and heartstrings-pulling story. You'll play as a giant ghost who helps a young boy as well as his friends and family to essentially confront and overcome depression. And depression is very real, especially around the holidays. And I initially wasn't even going to include this title, but if there's even one person watching this who, by exposing this game to them, may help out, then it was absolutely worth it.
If she can't see you, though, I probably shouldn't tell her about you.
You'll be interacting with the environments and solving incredibly well thought out puzzles in order to progress ahead.
Sometimes my mom gets really sad. Like, really sad. But she always gets better. And this will cheer her up, I'm sure. Mama, guess what? The rats have eaten all the sunflower seeds, but I got a whole sack for free from Monsieur Philippe.
I'm tired, Louis. Sorry.
No, oh no. This is bad. She'll get better. She always does.
Ghost Giant manages to tackle fairly tough subject matter in such a unique and beautiful way that I strongly urge everyone to play it.
There you are. Hi, Maurice!
Hi, Louis. Didn't see you there. Or maybe I was ignoring you, like you ignored me on our opening night.
I'm sorry.
Even
about
if
that.
you yourself do not suffer from anxiety or depression, perhaps this will help you to recognize some of the signs and be able to relate to those who do suffer with these symptoms. Now, I don't want to spoil the story here, so I'm not going to be showing very much. But trust me, this is one you really should play and experience for yourself. And if you are depressed or having negative thoughts that you just can't seem to sort out or shake, please reach out to someone. Anyone at all, because although you may feel you're alone, I assure you, you aren't. There's no shame in asking for help, so please don't just ever suffer anguishing in silence, as there is always someone who is willing to listen at the very least. Ghost Giant could be exactly what you need to lift your spirits and offer more perspective on the topic of depression in a meaningful and magical way.
I'm a superhero! The incredible Cloud Boy! Yeah!
Pistol Whip by Cloudhead Games, a unique game blending the music rhythm genre with first-person shooters. In Pistol Whip, you'll be able to select your firearm from a wide variety. However, all respond relatively the same, so it's basically just a skin. But there are some pretty cool and fun-looking options to be found here. And in case you haven't heard me say it yet, guns are always fun. Now, once you've selected the right gun for you, you'll be ready to engage in a techno acid trip mixed with the likes of Matrix and John Wick rhythm-based shooter. There are several modes here, from arcade, campaign, contracts, party, and training, all filled with original soundtracks. But for this video, we are going to play the Western-themed campaign, Smoke and Thunder. The objective here is to fire in time to the beat for more points, as well as dodging enemy fire, and to reload, you simply point downward. Now, the reason this game is featured is because sometimes some decent music to kind of move your body around can really do wonders to lift one's spirits, and also because, well, guns are always fun.
Twice the business, twice the buck.
The further you progress, the more difficult it becomes. But if you have any experience with either genre, you'll do fine. And one of my favorite campaigns in Pistol Whip is the futuristic 2089, featuring levels of robot enemies with excellent cyberpunk-like music and a cool future space gun. 'Cause guns are always, well, you get the point by now, I'm sure. Catch and Release by developers at Metric Minds. Now, as most any man on the planet will tell you, a fishing trip out on a boat, surrounded by beautiful scenery, is a cure-all for one's soul, especially when you're surrounded by the freezing ice-cold temperatures and snow in the real world. And that's exactly what Catch and Release offers you. And sure, ice fishing does exist in real life, but only the most die-hard of fanatics have what it takes to endure squatting upon a sheet of ice, fishing through a mystery hole of uncertainties that they had to drill out themselves. As to why the wealthier class of fishermen relocate to places like Florida or the Bahamas in the winter months in order to fish comfortably. But thankfully, us non-millionaires also have the means to do the exact same, just without having the extraordinary expenses involved or having to even relocate to a different part of the country. Isn't VR just fucking amazing? It's moments like this that make me realize just how fortunate we are to live in a period of time when VR gaming is a legitimate and obtainably for the masses gaming medium. Now, you'll pilot your own small fishing boat powered by rowing oars and be able to freely cast out wherever you please. You can enjoy fishing in the dense marshes, the open lake, by the majestical waterfall, or if you can locate them, there's even secret caves with additional secrets to be discovered. There is a dynamic weather system which can make it go from bright and sunny with clear skies to cloudy and windy or raining lightly to even thunder and lightning storms with torrential downpours. Now, nothing feels better than reeling in your catch, especially when you get yourself a big one. They will fight back, and you will have to fish as if you would in real life, or risk snapping the line or losing your catch entirely. You'll also be able to choose from different bait types, as well as several other items like hats, gear, sandwiches, and beer, to better immerse you into the fisherman lifestyle. I've also heard some rumors that there are some true monsters hiding within the depths of this lake. However, I can't confirm that, but I'd sure love to see if any of you happen to catch one of them. A giant squid, Loch Ness monster, megalodon, who fucking knows? Maybe they're just rumors, but then again, maybe they aren't. Either way, Catch and Release has exactly what the VR doctor ordered to help one escape from the ever-growing insanity that is cabin fever. Make sure to put this fishing trip adventure on your list to do this winter. Waltz of the Wizard by Alden Dynamics. Because the worst part of having cabin fever is the feeling of pure boredom and powerlessness to do anything. Well, Waltz of the Wizard not only is guaranteed to break that boredom with an immense magical sandbox playground, but gives you the power to literally do anything. You'll start by blending unique ingredients into your mixing cauldron to create a vast library of spells. Each spell has a unique power or ability that you control however you seem fit to play with it. There are several secrets to be found throughout, and upon every shelf, around every corner, and underneath every crevice, there is something new and intriguing to be found. Once you've created new magic ability, it will be permanently stored on your shelf. Simply pick it up and throw it into the cauldron to equip it and have fun.
Dreamt of having its destructive power grow a fire in your hand and destroy your tower.
Now, there are also several Rift World biomes located within snow globes that you access by playing the correct tune in order to open the rift.
This cursed place is ruled by the observer.
These rifts will transport you to entirely different worlds, each with their own quest to accomplish. You'll face multiple enemies to combat, unique interactive puzzles to solve,
I think you solved it by accident.
objectives to activate in order to progress. And deadly booby traps abundant throughout. But if you have what it takes to complete each of these quests, the rewards can be very useful to you. Just make sure to follow directives and do as you're told.
You dare show this insolence? Kneel! You are one of few earthlings to conquer this trial. Claim your treat. The Slenderer grants you power to slow down time. A session. Send this creature back to its own dimension.
With so many amazing and creative ways to spend your time in this magical world of wizardry, you'll soon forget all about the boredom that was plaguing you before jumping into this world. Now, I've shown quite a lot in this video so far, but trust me, I haven't even shown you 5% of everything Waltz of the Wizard has to offer you. It's truly one of the few games out there whose possibilities are only restricted by its players' creativity and intellectual capabilities. There's just too much here to not pick this one up and become immersed within an impressive wizarding extravaganza. Waltz of the Wizard is one that'll truly take you away from that cabin fever feeling. Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets by Fast Travel Games. We've reached #1 on the list, and what better game to take first place spot than this one? Now, as to not spoil any of the puzzles here, I'm using a 100% completed save, as I don't want to spoil anything. Now, why this game, you may ask? Because this game does something that not many, if any, have ever been able to do for me personally. It helped me realign my soul and helped me to rediscover my smile and sense of wonder. Seriously, it's just impossible to play this game and not smile. You'll start out in a child's bedroom, where there's several stages that you unlock and can select by way of framed picture. And there's also some neat items for you to interact with for added immersion. Each stage is unique and plays out as a what's next type puzzle, where the task you do will further your progression. Starting off on a warm summer island, filled with secrets to discover and cute little pets to play with. This is just giving you a small example of the type of things that you can do. So go ahead, don't be afraid to get creative and think outside the box. Next up, we'll visit a wintry train ride type level. As with every puzzle on the list, it's just filled with cute little characters to interact with and really neat secrets to discover and unlock. There's lots here for you to do and find, and it's absolutely worth your time in doing so. Next up, we'll take a look at a magic fairy castle.
You could almost smell it.
There's also a tropical island at sea.
Grandmother's aquarium. Apart from you two, it was the thing that gave her the most joy.
There's just so much that one can interact with here. It's nearly impossible to ever get bored, and nothing here will be repetitive. Again, this is a 100 complete finished save file I'm using. There's so much that you're not seeing that you'll be able to do upon starting a new title. Next up, we have this cute prehistoric location with plenty of awesome dinos.
Let's see what we can dig up.
This was one of my favorite levels. And also one of the hardest, but I figured it out, and I think you'll be able to as well. Between the perfect narrator who plays as a grandfather offering words of wisdom, and the amazing original score by Wintergarten, and the incredible amount of polish and detail, this just fires on all cylinders, making for a well-rounded, genuinely fun and engaging title that I couldn't possibly recommend enough that everyone should definitely play through.
To each other. See? There were nice times as well. You weren't always mad at each other.
Trust me, this is a game that you don't want to miss out on, and I really wish I could show you more of, but unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye. And that completes this list. There's no need to window gaze out into a frozen wasteland going stir crazy with cabin fever. Just throw on that PSVR headset and explore the aforementioned and covered titles. For those who stuck around to watch till the end, drop me a comment and let me know if you agree with the choices I've made. But either way, happy holidays to each and every one of you. I look forward to making great content for you next year. And until then, have fun, stay kind, keep gaming.